Hello, and welcome back to another Banished with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are episode 5 or 6, I don't know what it is, and we're doing quite well. We have 53 people, 8 students and 10 kids, and that is growing quite rapidly, so that is great. We do have definitely a few people dying. This is people dying of old age, so we're at year 10. That's usually what happens. Around year 10, a lot of people that came with you at the start to die off, so you need to make sure you have enough people behind you. And obviously we are having some children born, so that's great. We've also built a few more kind of higher resource refining stuff. We have this apiary, which is going to start producing beeswax for us, and honey. Honey is a food product. Beeswax as a product we can use here in the chandlery. The chandlery, I've never said that word before out loud, I think, but it's going to make candles. Candles are needed because basically, if we want to upgrade these mines, we're going to need some candles. Upgrading them will give them an extra life. It also means we can remove them from the map. Currently, these mines will stay here. We can't delete them as a structure until we upgrade them. So we need 70 candles for that. So that is why we have now built this little baby here, and we're going to add in a dude, and he's going to start producing beeswax. He's going to start producing candles out of beeswax. I put them close together, so that is a very nice and easy thing to do. What we can see here, well, let's slow it down a bit, sorry. Well, we've got some nomads. Awesomeness. Nomads arrived at the town hall. Okay, fantastic. That is great. So we have space in our boarding house. We've paused this for a second. We do have 4 houses being built over here, which is excellent. That's going to be extra space for those nomads. We're going to need to build some more, but these nomads can immediately become builders. Nomads have arrived at the town hall, so we can come in here. Where can we see nomads? 9 nomads requesting allow them to become citizens of Gilorg. Is our name Gilorg? That's odd. That's a stupid name, but okay, fine. Yes, we're going to allow these nomads to become citizens. Fantastic. That gives us 59 extra people, 10 labourers now, so we can play this again with speed number 2, which should be okay for now. This has too many people here in the shrine, so we're going to have to build another church soon. Have all of these guys living here at the moment, but as I said, we've got these houses over here on the build. What we're going to do is just quickly add a couple of those labourers to builders. Let's get these done as fast as possible. That's great. Now, also what we've got here is a storage barn. I've noticed that obviously over here, this little lean-to for the foods is nearly always full because we have these farms here and the duck here. They're filling up these little ones here. So this storage barn is hopefully going to be able to take some of the some of the extra food that is being produced in this area, but also the candles, the beeswax, the honey, and here we have the woodcutter producing firewood as well. That should all be able to pop in there. We really need these houses going. I've also built another little orchard here, which is going to produce more wine. So this is kind of extending our farming area, which we want to do out of this area as well. We've also got 2 of these little guys going, tidal pools. One is working there. Wait a second. Why is one working there? Where did that come from? Did I add somebody there already? Or did that take it from the gatherers? Is the gatherers the same one? No, it's not. Did it take it from this one? This one. Shore house. Oh no, the tidal pool has always been there. I'm an idiot. Next door to it, we're building 2 more shore houses. They're not finished yet. Okay, so when those are built, we're going to start to be able to produce more sand and more clay, which we can then start to make bricks. We need to refine bricks as a building material so that we can start to upgrade some of these buildings and produce higher levels of buildings. We also put another firewood guy, so we've got 2 firewood guys on either side of the map. We probably need to increase those, and we've got this forester down here doing his jazz as well. Now I have noticed in terms of the traders, they're constantly bringing stuff that we don't want, so we will have to, I think, build a seed or a farm specific trader which only deals in seeds, livestock, and nuts and stuff like that, so we can grow more things. As I said, I do want a diversity of food that is growing all year round. I think that's the best way to kind of play the game at the start. But we got nomads, so that's excellent. So that means the boarding house worked and the town hall worked. Nomads will come periodically, so we kind of need to make sure that we always have a good supply of houses. And also we can see that this school is probably, oh no, it's halfway full. We're going to have to do something about that soon enough. Okay, let's build another shore house so we can have one more guy there. Excellent. And you are going to do sand? Yes. This one is doing reeds, cool, and then the nice one is going to do clay. We should probably build 2 more so we can get frogs and turtles as well, but we're not too stressed about that. Our food level is great, just under 4,000 now. and that is definitely coming from the ducks and these new farms that we put up here. They're producing enough stuff so that we seem to be okay. But let's not forget that if we start adding all these buildings in, we're going to have more children growing immediately. So we need to be sure that we are producing as much food. So most likely, I think we should either put another duck dude. We've got 3 duck dudes. It seems a bit heavy on the duck, doesn't it? How would you like to eat duck every day? I probably would. I'd really like some more sort of cattle. So I think, I'm wondering if we go some more farms up here. The problem is it's just too far away from some of the buildings. This stone production actually is slightly worrying me because it's 29% as well, so we're going to need to build another one of those. And I don't want people to be unhappy, so we need another church going soon as well. But we definitely need some food production. I'm thinking here we put some more farms, actually. I think we grow a couple of bits of rye or something like that. I think this sort of farm level size is the right amount for what we consider doing. It seems that they can gather all of that at the same time. They're not wasting any of it or leaving it to fallow in the field. So let's put a little bit of a road around here. No, let's not do a road because that means they're going to immediately make the road because they're idiots. So let's come into food, crop field. That's where the wine ends, and I guess we're going to put it next to the wine. And go like this. This is going to be like a rye field, like so. Let's do some rye. Let's add a guy to it. Excellent. We'll build the roads and afterwards, and let's put another field down here as well. So let's have 2 more farmers going. I think that's a good idea. Let's get some more cabbages basically. So the road's going to come like that, so we should be able to go like so. And let's make this one a little short, that one. As I said, we kind of want to keep things a little bit uneven, so to speak. Not uneven, but not too squarish, and we do have a lot of squares going on, so eventually I want to start to add some kind of curved, corners and things like that, so it looks a little bit more organic than this kind of grid pattern that we have going on now. Unfortunately, there's no way to curve the road, but we can probably try doing a few little bits and pieces. This dude is ready now as well, so you were going to get the clay. We've got reeds and we've got sand, and we're going to need one more person here. Excellent. Labour's down to 5. That's not too stressful because we have got 60 people now. 9 students, so we're going to have a lot of people coming through, and lots of kids. There's 15 kids. As soon as these houses are built, which they don't seem to be working on at all. Why are they not working on these houses? They're doing this. 52. They finished those 2 things. What else are they going to do? That's it. 4 houses. This thing. Okay, so let's just let them get that done. What's happened with you? The materials required to form the work are not available. Oh, and it will be out of leather already. Let's just double check. Yeah, they made some hide coats. I don't remember if I said, but we've got a tailor coming built over here, which is great. I only made 7 hide coats. We're only getting the leather from these dudes. What we could do as well is create a hunting lodge will produce leather from the deer, so that might be a smart thing. So let's actually get a hunting lodge going because we don't have cows yet, which is another big form of leather production. If we come into here and to here, I believe it's this one. Hunting cabin for hunting wild game, that should produce leather and deer as far as I know. So let's stick him right next to the little dude here, like so. It's obviously going to take a while to build because they're focusing on building a few other things. I said before, and I'll say it again, the kind of building management is really annoying in this game. I don't understand why sometimes they build some things fast and sometimes they don't. Things take for ages and sometimes they do. It constantly frustrates me, but it is what it is and we'll live with it as we do. As I said, this stone production is running low, so we are going to have to build more stone production soon. Have we produced any candles? Because that is what we really need. We've produced 8. Oh, actually, we could get there. Before this runs out, we could have the 70 we need. Okay, so let's just keep a close eye on that. I reckon we've probably got about 10 to 15 minutes in game time before that gets close to running out. You're not going to be producing much for a little while because we're out of leather, so I'm just actually going to stop the tailor. Since you kind of have to wait, it's kind of pointless. So we're just going to turn the work off. And we're going to reduce the amount of people working here, and that person will be a labourer for a little while, and then when we feel we have a little bit more leather built up, maybe when this hunting cabin is going, we can chuck them back in there. Right, so we've kind of done okay. We got to 60. I was a little bit worried, and then it seemed to, once we got kind of past the point, we have the food production under control, and that is good. But obviously, as you can see, you've got to be really careful because now it's kind of I've got not enough labourers, so they're going to start to find it hard to move stuff around. You know, labourers are kind of moving things all over the place constantly, and grabbing extra resources, you know, that kind of top up whatever we need, and moving the resources to the buildings so the buildings can be built, you know, all of that jazz. So you do kind of need a good amount of labourers going. These builders are being lazy as hell. This is a storage barn, got nothing in it. Let's hope it starts to fill up, because as I said, we need some extra space, because these little things are food cellars are all full. Got a little bit of stockpile here. We might remove that stockpile at some point and see if we can chuck in some tiny shacks, another place to live. We kind of want to concentrate some of the buildings around here, because there's technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many fishes are there? 3, so that's 13. 1 trading post guy, 14, 15, 16. 16 people are working in this. Oh, the doctor. 17 people are working in this area, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 houses. So probably need to have a couple more houses here to make the space. These guys are still in there, so we need to get those guys out of there as well as fast as possible. These things are slowly being built. Slowly. Okay, everything's full. You're running out of stuff. Why are you running out of stuff? What's wrong with you? You definitely need coal, don't you? It'd be great if we can get some more coal miners. This guy's producing coal. This guy's producing iron ore. Now the iron ore is not too bad. We have 396 of the iron ore and 173 of iron. So we could kind of pause this guy and chuck him into coal production, but it'd be better just to have one guy extra doing it. You know what, we're just going to have one guy extra. So, like that. Just producing more coal, because we seem to be always having an issue with this furnace fuel production, and we need the furnace fuel production not only for the blacks, no, what do we need it for? We need it for iron, which then the blacksmith needs, and we're also going to start producing more stuff that has furnace fuel, so we're going to need that as well at some point. What's wrong with you? You haven't got any logs? Bollocks to that. Isn't there logs here? There's 4 logs there. This guy is not producing enough logs for you, is it not? That's annoying. I would have thought the logs are coming up here, being stored. I wonder if we need another forester. We might need to have a look into another forester, because look, we can see our stored logs is down massively. So we're going to need, I think, some more foresters. This only has 1 and the other one only has 1. So let's actually up that, because we're going to be able to take some builders back in a second. So we're going to go like so. And we're going to go like so. So there should be 2 foresters in there now. And we're going to do the same over here. We're going to go 1 up and 1 up. So that's 2 foresters in each foresting lodge. So it's 4 foresters in total. Obviously I could have 4 in one building. Again, it's about kind of distributing the logs evenly. So some are going to this side of the town, some are going to this side of the town. If I had all 4 over there, the dude for making firewood is going to have to walk all the way over here, all the way back, make 1 firewood, then all the way back, and it's just going to be a waste of absolute time. This thing, what's this? You've run out of logs as well. Okay, so logs are an issue at the moment. Let's see if we can hopefully fix that over the next couple of seconds as these guys ramp up production. What's this? Amount of stored raw materials. I don't know what that is. Stored raw materials. I think that might be the beeswax. Some of these things, it's hard to work out what is counted where. But still doing great for food. Candles produce a 4 already. And there's 8 over here. Okay, awesome. So we've got quite a lot of candles going on. I don't know, again, where the candles, I think they might be in construction materials. Stored miscellaneous, maybe. Again, very hard to tell where things are. If you know, there might be a menu in here. If you know which menu it is, let me know, because I can't seem to find a more detailed storage report, effectively. I think there is a barn you can build for that is a lot more detailed, but I don't necessarily want to build a barn because you have to stick a worker in it. So we've got 3 labourers going, we've got 8 builders going. We want to be able to reduce the builders down to about 4 in a minute so that we can have more labourers as soon as they've got a couple of these houses done. That's kind of the key. One thing we want to check is if we are producing enough kind of gold and stuff. So this is the place of mine that is producing silver ore and gold ore, which is fantastic. We're going to be able to use that to trade. That's really, really good. That's going to help us out a lot at the start, because we're not really going to be using gold or silver for anything at the moment. We can eventually start to make coins and things like that, and I think jewellery and all that kind of jazz, but at the moment actually selling that is probably going to be a bit better. You can see we get 10 points or 10 trading points, coins, I guess, value, 10 value for gold ore. So the more gold ore and silver ore we can get, the better. Gemstones as well, as I said, 2 gemstones there, that's 400. Most things are going to cost something like 4,000 or 5,000. So the more stuff we can have, and actually we can see right now we've got a trader popping up. He's going to tell us what we need to do. Oh, you started building this guy? Thank you very much. That's awesome, clear. Why is this all patchy? This was not patchy before. This forest has gone to ham on this little area here. You can chill out a little bit. And trader, put on. There we go. Fruit jam, rock melon, and watermelons. Yeah. Okay. So this is not good. Then none of them are coming are farming type traders, which are selling us seeds or livestock. So I think this Old Town trading post is not good. It is basically a general trading post. So we're going to need to go for a specific farming style trader, I believe, which is annoying. I'm going to place it up here. A child named Isha. That's not a bad name. Wilhelma. That's not a bad name. Kaysel. Katie. Okay, those are relatively normal names. No, this game gets crazy. What is wrong with you? You don't have the logs. Okay, so logs are a big issue. I think it should catch up shortly. And as we saw over that winter, nobody froze, so firewood seems to be keeping just at the level it needs. But we definitely need more logs in order to progress a bit further. Okay, but now we're producing sand and we're producing clay. Now they're going to be somewhere around here, so we probably need to think about putting a brickworks somewhere around here, which is going to look a little bit odd next to these houses. But it might be the best thing to do, and we'll probably have to put a little storage thing for sand and clay, maybe just next to it actually, or here on this little. Actually, I wanted to decorate this edge because this is kind of like the winery house. But yeah, maybe here we'll put a little storage pit for sand and clay so that they can drop it off here and then take it to the brickworks, which is going to be, I think, sitting here. It's best to keep it as close as possible to the shore houses here. So let's actually do that right now. Storage. Let's do a little stockpile for it. So we want fuel, no. Stone, no. Iron, no. Minerals. Iron, ore, coal, copper, tin, no. Furnace fuels, no. Raw materials like sand, clay, and hardwood, yeah. So I think if we just go like... No, like... Because this is all the hill, we're not really going to be putting stuff there, I don't think. Now, you know what? This should be enough. Let's go like that. No. Like this. I think that should be enough storage space for a brickworks. Let's see if we can find the brickworks. It should be in refined resources. Industrial fuel. Tools and board. Construction. I think it's construction. Building supplier. Building supplier is a craftsperson. No. Homewares. Brickwork. Using a furnace, a brickwork to create hot blast and shape bricks for advanced buildings. I believe this takes clay and lumber to build, and then it takes clay and sand to produce bricks. Bricks are a form of building material, and they have advanced materials. It's something we just want going on in the background. It is quite a big building though, isn't it? It's going to look odd. Oh no, it's not going to look too odd. You know what, let's stick it. It's going to take a little while to build. Why is it red? What's wrong with that? Oh, because it's already there. I already placed it. So it's going to need clay, and we've only just started producing clay, so it's going to take a little while to build this one. So we don't need to stress about it so much right now. These houses have got going on, which is excellent. And then these guys should be able to store their clay and sand right here on this little pot stockpile. And then this guy's going to use it. The only thing that's going to be annoying is this guy's going to need furnace fuel, which is being produced all the way over here. So it's a little bit of a trick, and slightly silly of me, but that's what it is, I guess. Oh, we can see the sand and clay down here. Excellent. Cool. This is what? Are you building this yet, man? Oh, lag spike. You're slowly building this. All of this stuff is slowing down here because of the coal. So the coal and log is our big issue now. We do have 2 more labourers coming. We've still got the 8 builders. I wonder if we up our log guys again. You know what? I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to go to 3. 3 of 3. I think we're always going to need logs. We're never not going to need logs, so we may as well have as many log producing men as we possibly can. Men or women, or children. In this game, it could be any. Men, women, or children. Producing the logs that we need. Right. That's good. We're doing okay. One thing I do want to start to look at is whether or not we produce a butcher. We just need the livestock, so we're going to have to look at where we're going to place this trader. And we want to get this proper trader, so it should be storage, markets, and trade. Yeah, so we had the trading post, old town trade, general trading post, farm supply, small seeds, and animals trading post. This is the one we want. So let's have a look at it. It's not a bad little building. I guess it wants to go this way. And it can sit there. Yeah. Okay, I'm cool with that. It fits. Yeah, I think that is going to be nice there. That means what we could do then is expand up to this area and have some pastures, like these horse farms here. Have some pastures for more of the cattle. We could also think about lowering this hill, but I kind of want it because it's nice. It just looks good. It's kind of decoration or aesthetically pleasing, if you so will, to have a hill in the middle of the farm. Kind of the houses kind of going around it, and our mining area over here kind of separates those two. But yeah, we could have something kind of coming up here. I think that'd be a good idea. But that trader is going to take a while to build because first off they're going to have to finish this house, then this thing, which they're not going to finish. Because I don't think they have enough clay yet. Then this thing down here, which they're going to take ages to finish. They need the logs. The logs are basically the issue. Right. Logs seem to be our biggest issue at the moment, which is odd. I thought we were fine for logs and now we're not. Food has gone down to 2,129, which is the lowest it's been in over 2 years of the game. So we're going to have to check that. Obviously, we took in those 9 nomads. We've had a load of babies born. Because now we're at 64 peeps, so we are going to have to be careful about food, but we're just about to bring in the crops. Well, the majority of the crops are coming in at the moment, being harvested. So 29% yield. Yeah, they're just being planted, so they'll be harvested very shortly. So we should probably catch back up on the food. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. We are also producing the honey here. Yeah, 126 honey at kind of a season, so that's not too bad either. And it's just all adding to the kind of the base level food that we have. And remember, our gatherers are always doing it. Our duck dudes are always working their butts off. Feathers, we've got 72 feathers there. Why do we have 72 feathers? I thought I put feathers here. We can't. Can we increase the amount of feathers we offer? Let's go. Let's move. I want all the feathers moved over here for trading, basically. That said, as soon as this one is built, we'll probably move everything over there, and we might even demolish this guy. So he is kind of cool to have. I think. Well, we might turn him off and turn him on when we want different things. Or we have far more people, so that we could have 2 traders. But having 2 traders now would be a waste of resources. And by resources, I mean the people resources. Our human power. 24 beeswax, producing candles. How much candles did we produce? 16. Awesome. Why do you have logs? You produced 4 logs. That's odd. Maybe when there's no candles to be made, they just chop down this tree here. Bit strange. Definitely need another seafarer shrine. I think it's going to have to be over this side. Might be nice on this little edge here. I tried to put the seafarer shrine near the water. I wonder if we want to build a bigger church though. We could always look at a church. Town services, praying hands. We've got the shrine. Parish house. Okay, let's just have a scroll down. Rotate this baby. Nah. It doesn't look too bad, but it looks a little... I guess if you went that colour, it looks not too bad. It's quite expensive, what it is. This is obviously cheaper. It's the standard one. That's a bit too fancy, is it not? But it's not too fancy. Small chapel. It's kind of... Okay, I wonder if you could slam it here on the hill. No, it just doesn't. It's not going to fit in. I could crush the hill a little bit. I think it'd kind of look cool. Imagine if it was just facing out to this kind of water, you know, that would be kind of cool. Maybe over this side it could. No, then we've got 2 shrines on the same side. We don't really want that. Could put it in the middle of town. Actually, that's not bad Could put it in the middle of the town and could put some stuff around it. It does fit. Bang, it's done. And then we could put some things around it. There's some roads in order to decorate the park and basically make it look a little bit nicer. That's a good idea, Mr. Gill. Well done. Pat on the back. Thank you. I appreciate that pat on the back. I felt it. Okay, cool. We've got that going. Oh, how's this guy going? We're down to 20%. Okay. Got to be thinking about what we're going to do because that's our only stone production. And as you can see, stone is also very low. That's kind of where we're at the moment. Is we're going to have to put a little bit more into basic resource production because food seems to be leveling out. Okay, we're at 2,700. They're about to harvest all of this crap. Look, yeah, we've got 69, 70% yields. So these are all going to come in the next, 5 minutes or so in the game. So that's going to push our food up. So that's great. So food seems to be okay. Everybody seems to be growing, and housing obviously we can always use more houses. Is this guy? Yeah, everybody's moved in. Yeah. Everybody's moved in. Anybody's still in the boarding house? Nobody's still in the boarding house. So we have space for more nomads, but we need to plan for houses as well. I think probably come up this way with a few houses, like here. Then we could possibly, we've got this trading thing there, houses, like here. Then we could kind of have a road and start to have a few pastures, basically. These things. That's a pasture, yeah, it's a pasture. Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because imagine we could have cows up here and kind of pump them into this side of the town. And eventually I want to move these horses. If we build a massive one out here, yeah, we can then delete this one, move those horses over here, and then have the bigger that they are, so basically the bigger these pastures are, you can have like 20 of 20, and then you can split. And then you can keep on growing your horses basically. A resource that never stops. What's wrong with you? You've reached the limit. Oh, no, you can make a lot more things. Never stop making iron. We're always going to need iron. Tool-wise, with a 52. Okay, so we probably need some tools. He's working on tools, though. Yes, he is. But yeah, we're going to have to push, I think, resource production. We're seeing too low at levels of logs, stone, and even the ore. We could actually have some more coal. We need a little bit more. So I think I shouldn't have closed that down. But I think the next kind of steps will be using, not this one. No, what was it? Profession, list and configuration, no. General statistics. Yeah, that's it. I think resource production. So if we've got like 8 builders now, if we take that down, have say 6 labourers, and we can pump 6 other people into resource production over here, stone, iron or coal, start to max that up a little bit, and then also think about at some point over this side of the map, we're going to have that sort of production as well. You can't really let it all be on this side. It's just going to take too long for the people to walk back and forth as it goes. But this is cool. 65 people. I am impressed that we're alive. I am really seriously impressed. I know, as I said it in previous videos, I know it doesn't look that hard, but it is kind of constant management and thinking far ahead. As you can see how long it takes to build things. Well, this is going to take a while because we need the clay. But you can see how long it takes them to get things done. And this is at 2 times speed. Obviously, when I'm not recording, I increase it to 5 times. But it's very easy to miss a lot of stuff if you're at 5 times speed. So 2 times is a better way to kind of chill out. But yeah, you can see how much stuff can happen, and you could rapidly lose all of your food, or everybody could die suddenly because they got too cold and you didn't have enough firewood. So you've got to kind of be careful and slowly increase a little bit here, add a little bit here. And every time you add some more houses, you've got to make sure you're adding enough food and enough firewood, because these households will grow almost automatically. Effectively, you build a house, they're going to have a child, nearly immediately. Like these guys, I'm sure will have a child within the next month or so, because there's two people living together, they're going to have a child. That's just basically how it works. You can see that in all these houses. Child, students. As soon as they can get 2 people living together in their own house, they start to produce children at an amazing rate. Cool. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy this. I know, as I said before, I know not a lot of people watch this. It's not really the sort of game they like my channel for. However, as I said, I find this game incredibly relaxing. It is incredibly detailed, and it's always fun to see it kind of fitting together. And then, as I said, now we've got this guy making the candles, and that means that's going to link into what we can do over this side of the map. And then we can really start to think about aesthetically how this looks. There is a whole mass of, and this is some of the mods that we have. There's a whole mass of like statues and things that look sexy. Oh, look at that horse. That we can start to add in and decorate this town. Like lovely bushes. Boom, 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 and make it all look kind of nice, cool, gorgeous, sexy. Add in all the roads. And we're getting close to that point now. I don't want to build this. We're getting close to that point in that we're starting to have enough people that we can start to do things like that once we get our resources up. So I think probably off camera I'm going to focus on making sure that our stone production and all that is doing the best it possibly can. That we've got these guys, as many of these guys here. We've got somebody working with it. But you know what, let's just immediately up the stone production here. We should start producing salt as well so we can cure it. That's an important thing. Why have you got a question mark? What's wrong with you? Okay, no question mark here. We should have 5 people working there? Yeah, excellent. Okay, so that's going to rip that apart pretty soon. You know what? Let's just say yes. Oh, damn. Damn. Uh-oh. That was a mistake. I forgot that when you upgraded, they turned the whole thing off. I'll have to fix that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.